We're labeled as people with a disease to tell you the news of what's going on. Nobody feels the same. Everybody feels something different. Everybody feels the same. They must. They feel the same, and they have to do a shoot over there somewhere. Well, who's that person that knows if everybody feels all right to do it? Me. And then it's like all of my kindness is taken for weakness because they're trying to get it for free. And it's like they've used me, they've used my music, they've stolen music when I open my mouth in a room. And anyway, it was something so complicated for them, nothing worked. And I'm saying, how do I leave my house? How do you know if I'm ready to leave my house for something? If it seems that everybody's discorded. Like you feel one way, I feel one way. And your job is calling to make money. It's like money. What about money? I feel like something that would put me back in being a slave is having my own money. But still, nothing's working. Because it's not permanent what I have yet. As soon as it becomes permanent, I think that it's like tengo que agradecerle a mi mamá que me mantiene y me tiene seguro. La seguridad es algo que no sé si haya, pero está hablando de ángeles y demonios. I'm going to speak to you in English. At some point I thought it was fun, like you have two options of it's never fun, like you have two options of what to speak, yet you're speaking differently, who's going to understand you. It's like money, you hold it, you're not a slave. And I am very upset with with how I lost my job, with how it happened. But something I've let go of, and people still remind you of the manager, and it's like they want to put him to live here. And that's where you're crazy. But I was talking about blood brother. Maybe it's someone that is a friend, and we leave. But I don't know who's in charge of that. I don't know why you, at some point, cared so much to try to own someone if you didn't want it at the end. So it's like something you committed yourself to, and you can't do it anymore. And if you release me, I'm going to find a friend and be happy with that friend and do friend stuff, normal friend stuff. And that's where you're jealous. Because by those people I meant the people, one is in control, one is not. And it's not the demon, it's not the angel. They diagnose you with things that you don't have. And then we have the right person that knows you don't have it. That's the angel. That's the God. That's the impressive person that could do it. I see it now. And they remind you of the time you worked. And I don't know why they bring out this other person, why they brought this person up. And then it became something that everybody wants to know. I want to know about him. I want to know about him. But why do you ask me about this person that I don't even know? Last thing that happened was I was at the job. I messaged them on Facebook and say hi. You look familiar. I knew who they were. I'm just saying hi. It was a way to say hi. and then I get fired the day after that, I think. So yes, it was, and then with this control, it's like, how do we excuse it? And then they're talking about free will. Of course, how do we excuse this control? And then there's free will, and that's what I'm saying. That an agent follows you and lets you live your life. And it's something I saw a guy taking a silly picture somewhere, and you're just having fun. It's like, how impressive would that be? Two people together, and we live nice. Because he was taking a silly picture, the guy saw, and he had an agent. I'm sure he did. And then it's me. It's like he was, I was somewhere and he granted me free will, but you need to, it's like, I'm saying you better be the White House giving me free will. I'm not stupid. That's, again, foreign. I'm not stupid. Everybody acting crazy, everybody doing stupid stuff, crazy things. And then a guy comes to me and says, I grant you free will. It's like they come to my face, which is respectful. But that guy seemed out of place. He choked a girl. I had to pull him away from her. And she even treated me wrong after that. She was telling people that about my private life, when I don't even know my own desire of what I like. Because, you know, but I don't want to hang out with girls, and I want to hang out with girls because they're safe. And we lost that, where girls feel like, oh my God, I want to hang out with him because he'll be safe with me. We lost that. But yes, that guy in the hospital said, you get free will. You know, there's like the control that we don't know. You know, I understand. This is it. The control that we don't know how to analyze. We look at the person, we make sure they're safe, we make sure they're good, they're not a killer, then we give them free will. Good. I'm still here like with terrorists around me or spies. And it's what they do, but they don't know, because it's like I'm still waiting, and I'm saying, you know, it became really important, losing weight and being ready for a journey in life. Which I don't want you to think that I'm taking advantage of it, because it's not a journey, it's just, maybe it is a journey, but I don't know, because things I don't know. And then the control we don't know about, we give those people free will. For example, when Ellen, and I'm thinking she has so much money that she doesn't need free will, but then there's me that needs it. It's like you need to be safe for those things. Yes, and I'm saying the episode where, I don't know if you guys saw, the episode where Britney Spears goes to Ellen's show, and the Ellen show, and they start grabbing random things from the mall. With this control, it's not something I would do, so it is a wall that's standing there to see what you're doing. It's like, I think that guy was advanced and had, I don't know, it's like he seemed special, but he had I'm sure he had free will. He came to speak to me. It's like this darker guy, this brown guy, I accepted. I wanted to talk to him more, but I wanted to hear him. It's like I was watching him on YouTube. It's like us focus on YouTube. We talk to someone, they see we're from YouTube. And this guy said, "You have free will." And I'm like, yeah, sure. If I have free will, it means that I could say, take me to the Oval Office, the White House, and sign a contract that you will be working with me for, let's say, 90 years, just to be real in this business world. But then you're smart. I'm smart. And then it's like you can't give somebody free will if they aren't at the White House because, I mean, who's going to tell you that? It's like the things we need to prevent is that the person will take from the mall. It's like, that's why the people are with you 24/7, but at the same time, not a nice life, but like, that we live together is a possibility, but dress yourself right, correct your hair. And I think by that I mean shave your face. I haven't shaved my face, and then I was like, I need to shave my face because, and you are someone that is good. It's like, how do you meet that person that handles you? It's like they say that somebody's gonna buy you. They told me that they were gonna buy me, then they told me they're not. But I still believe that they are because it's something that I want. They buy you, you're safe at that house, and it's like free will. Why does it sound cheap if you have no money? Free will. Okay, hold on. Free will. Why does it sound cheap? I'm talking about me. This guy giving it to me. Well, then he's like, oh, two people are supposed to stand behind me, and then it was happening. I was standing behind him. And it's like we switch sides. One stands behind, and I'm gonna try to stand in the middle. And he's like, these people are supposed to speak for me. Sure they are, and I'm sure you need somebody to live with. But it's like it happened to this brown guy. With all the hate they brought in my home, I'm saying reject this guy is a possibility because the people in control just bring hate in my home and through smart TV. So it's like then there is the people that never came in my house. Just the number two is this guy that was at the location where this guy gave me free will, and I met him too. And I'm saying if he has free will and they gave him free will, it's like somebody that you can handle. But then it's like people that won't get you in trouble. He's like, why do I need free will if I'm not going to get anyone in trouble? Well, there's that control that we can't control. And I do know what it is. I'm just saying that what it is that I would do that's out of control. And this person, knowing me since I was 16, might know what it is. Things. And well, free will. And pretty much you read the whole thing. I don't do anything. It's like free will for me would be you're at an important office, at an important ball, at an important meeting in the White House, and you raise your arm and say the wrong thing. Everybody knows you have free will, you're just acting out of control. And yes. But some people, and then, no, it's like, I don't know who's going to see, it's like, are these things true with smart TV, with murderers in schools? It's like they go that far to do that. And I'm saying if they have had free will, I'm saying how do I protect myself from all that? I think I'm going to lose weight. It's like, is it true that they are giving Nicholas Cruz free will, that guy that shot in Texas, the school in Texas free will? And it's like, if he has free will, it's like, I'm saying you take me to the White House. I do have that in mind. So I am correct because I have that in mind. But it's like you give somebody free will and they end up in jail. What does that mean? What does that mean? Like, just discussing as if Nicholas Cruz had free will, somebody bought him a gun. It's like, you don't need to buy me these things. You need to buy, it's like, Somebody bought him a gun. Somebody bought him the place he was living in, and it was close to school. Now, I am happy they're doing free will, but I'm saying give me my own debit card and give me my own car. And I don't need a car. I'm saying that where I'm going, I hope not to need a car, but I think we'll have one. I just hope that I don't need it. I hope that everything is nearby, close, but don't look into that. Hold on. Yeah, I'm saying free will for me at the White House was just told it be, and the people in the meetings know what it is. And who handles it? Somebody young. All these, the rude people I was talking about in the other video, the people that hang up the phone on you, those are the corrupted people that have sex with minors, which we do have one in the group home over there. He told me that the minors tied him up in his house and just left him there. And I'm like, yeah, strange. I don't know why, but it seems like he is a pedophile, and there's a school bus near his house. He hasn't gotten caught. And one time I told a neighbor that he had a gun. It's like people correcting you is what I don't need, because it's a reason that I want to leave to a quiet place. And then it's the redneck part where, oh, he ain't white, let's get him out of here, get out of the country. And I'm like, you could calm down, it's happening. You could calm down, I'm literally leaving the country. I'm just informing you that I won't be here. Because free will is something that is in the country. I think this country's crazy. But then they get together and they don't know it's crazy, and they were born here. Sadly, they're the stupid ones. Sadly, because they want to join me. And then there's me being their leader. But what I want is something that Zelensky has. That is something I want. And they do get prepared. The stupid ones. But they don't understand I'm calling them stupid. And I just want to tell this guy, you can shut up. You know, the guy in the group home, he's a redneck. He is. I'm just saying, why would you give somebody that much control? And I'm like, they could have gave me all that control over someone, and I can't handle it good. And that's the control that we don't know who's doing, which is a blank space, and the control that we don't know how it happens. You know, like I move my hand like this, free will, he can do that. Because nobody's gonna do that in real life, and yes. But it's an agent, and they don't know how to take the job because they were never hired. And that's what I'm saying, you went wrong. You can make yourself an agent, but you don't take it serious. You deny you're an agent. I'm obviously someone talking to the camera. I'm not an agent. And then there was give free will to this. It's like something so amazing when this guy comes in this hospital and says, where are the people behind me? And I'm like, wait, this is crazy. They put different people behind you all the time? You know, he said there's two people that stand behind him. I stood behind him to support him. I thought somebody was going to show up and support him. And I didn't know what to say to the nurse because some normal that I don't have the force to tell her, he has free will, leave him alone. I just met him. And something I didn't know how to tell her, but I'm like whispering in his ear saying, it's okay. Don't. It's okay. I told him it's okay. Because he's freaking out, and I'm like, if you have free will, it's like, first of all, it's like he's talking about Rick and Morty and how it is, that it's that way. I think that's some different story over there. Here is the things that I've told you about. Angels, demons, mind control, God shooting a laser at me, but then gives me a halo. It's like, this guy's crazy. So if a guy with full control is going to come to my face and say, I'm God, I'm like, this person has many people in control. And, you know, it's like, they say that there's 4 people. Then first there was 3 people, then they say there's 4 people. I'm like, okay, but no one's going to separate. And that's what I'm saying, that you don't understand that I was telling you a castle, a big place to live. It's fine. I get the master. A big place to live with these people. And I'm saying, why aren't girls involved? And maybe we should stay away from girls because people, it's like in mind control, what it is for me is, first you're messed up, then you fix yourself. And that's when we're ready. For mind control for girls, if it's true what's happened to them, it's like Chelsea Lynn, first of all. I don't know what it's like, nothing happens to her. They treat her nice, but it's like, then I find out she says, if I look like shit, it's because I woke up like feeling like shit. She says, I'm like, that's not real. That's somebody doing that to you on purpose. I'm like, I thought these people liked her. Why would they make her feel that way? And I'm saying she eats and eats and eats and eats. Somebody I look up to, yes. Well, I don't, somebody I watch because she is white. And I'm also saying the brown person would kill my vibe. And I am trying to get and you know, it's like something should I let go of? It's like I was trying to get followers on Instagram. And I don't know anymore. I'm just saying, I'm saying the control that he doesn't have over, it's like, is it an experiment that you're doing? That you make this guy choke the nurse in the hospital? That's the person that got choked when I said this location. I felt like saying where it was. And I took my hand, I grabbed his hands off of her. But you know, it's like maybe she actually put herself in that position. And then it's like conspiracy. Maybe she actually put herself in that position. It's like they get so close to you, they want you to act out, first of all. That's the control we don't know. That's free will. Who gets you so close to these people, to your face, that you act out. It happened, and I was leveled good. But the nurse got so close to him, and he chokes her. It's like, what's going on? Why are you getting so close to him? And then it's like, but then I don't know. I see her. Then I don't see her act. I don't know. Then I see her that she rejected the kindness I gave her when I took the hands off of him by saying my sexuality, which she doesn't know. I am 25 years old and I am figuring it out. I wish I was with a girl. And then there is what you can't do because of the corruption in the country that they put some control that is not right. You know, like I imagine being with there's someone that I admire her, and I'm saying that she's a white girl with long black hair, and I could be with her, and she's Hispanic. There's that the right people you could be with. It's like could I manage? It's like they don't have that in stock. With everything they try to make themselves unholy about, it's just something they won't be. Thank you. Because I won't let them. But then, and then I'm saying Justin number one, the one that said, I'm God. I'm saying that he'd be a person to hang out with. I'm like, hey, when do we travel? When do we leave the country and do something fun? I'm saying that that'd be the right person to do it with. And, you know, he showed his true colors. And it's like somebody shows their true colors and you don't see them again. It's like the person that you could act normal next to, and then they don't show up again. So that's not God. But it was real. He says that he told his mom that he was God and she called the cops. But it was told at the right time. I don't know. And I'm saying that'd be the right person to hang out with. He's a white person, losing weight just like me. And then you think this army thing. You both finish. You meet. Close. It seems like that's what it was. As it was. Yeah, it seems like that's what it is. But the army, you know, you just get like, you see pictures of army people that care. You don't know who, it's like, why would you experiment on someone in your own country or on a foreigner that could be dangerous with this information? Because yes, I am. And just, like jealousy is dangerous, wishes are dangerous, and I brought that with 7 Rings, Dangerous Woman. And I'm saying that, you know, Justin number one is someone I gave him a little too much respect, and I'm saying, excuse me, why are you controlling it this way when I just met you? I'm going to live at your house, and I want it to be normal. And, you know, he said you could take the bed, and I could sleep on the floor. He could sleep on the floor. I'm like, good, and I don't mind sharing. It's something normal. And he showed his true colors, which is something straight. That's what I like. So it's like, how does it all work? It's like, he's the right person to be with. And I'm saying that Deborah, the nurse, said that he's gay, and then he got angry. And that anger kind of made me someone related to him that is safe to be with. But he's gone. It's like, and you know, when they make somebody safe to be with you and that person leaves and no one cares, like the only person that cares is, I'm saying you should care about who's going to show up next. And that was the right person to be with around my age. We're both losing weight, and that's when we meet. And that's the Army's job. I don't know how. But if they reject it, they're not doing their job. And I just brought rejection here. It's like a draft. You're both going to a different country to travel. in the job that you can do. And I'm not saying that I'm gonna wear the army suit, but I'm saying that if they give me a suit, they give me a bag with what I'm gonna go with, good, we're ready to travel, and we're just agents in this field. It all makes sense. But the liar Justin didn't give me his right phone number, and it wasn't. It's like when Deborah told him that he already gave me his phone number, I returned it to him. I told him, I'm not going to be your friend because you're acting very queer. And that's when you act like a faggot that hates someone that's figuring themselves out. And then he comes up to me and asks me, are you gay? And I'm like, I told him yes, and I wasn't ready for that. It's something I want him to know. But it's like, well, you put him in charge if he's not even, we're the same age. It's like, he's someone, if you ever want to leave the country, Justin, if you're there, Justin number one, if you're, no, that was Justin number one. If you're, I think, it was Justin number one. If you ever want to leave the country, I'm ready to leave with you and hang out. But, you asked me that question and I regret the answer I told you. A little bit I do and a little bit I don't, because it seems like you understand that I'm not gay, just figuring myself out. And it seemed like he was, it seemed like he seems fake. First of all, he comes up to your face and says, he's God. And God wants to hang out with you. But he doesn't allow it. So I'm saying the part where he'd be a good friend to hang out with and everybody else thinks they're God. Obviously it's happening in the world. That's why he's fake. But him having control here and looking at me and still looking at me and not coming or not calling and saying, like, would I move to his house right now? I think yes, I think I would. And he said, oh, you can't, the only people that are allowed in my house are the people that are trying to move there eternally. He said it that way. And then there's eternal life from the Bible that I've read. It's like me and him are going through the same stuff. I just think he went through it earlier. But I'm saying that it matters to me because he was a good friend that I could hang out with, go to Disney, go places with. I told him. He was even saying you can have my glasses at my house and you wear those. So he was serious about that, and he's saying that he was just there because he's trying to get a friend. Well, it's like a business. It's like a business people do with people that they want, and then they hire somebody to hang out with you. Me. It seems like something useless because no one wants to hang out with me. There was two Justins, and it seemed like they were offered to meet me and hang out with me. It's like, how do you feel when you're there? Do you feel like this is worthless? Like you don't want to do it anymore? And that's what I'm saying. When you give somebody that much power, they fail. Hold on. And it's like if they give me that power of, hey, you could watch this person and hang out with them, and you pay us and you pay him. That's why he's fake, a fake agent. And there's that you give somebody the power to look and they hang out with you. Well, then there's telepathy that doesn't work with anyone because why are you doing it? Does it impress you repeating when I'm repeating what you just told me, or do you show it to anyone, or do you sell it, or what do you do with it? Nothing. And you're just losing money. But there is the part where you get paid to hang out with someone. Well, it's like you involve yourself in that situation. What other situations are you involved in? And I'm supposed to wait for you. And it's like I have no option because it's a control that they handle to, for no reason, someone nice, and they want to hurt them because they're nice. Me. In which I repeat to you, rednecks, I'm leaving the country. You could calm down. You could go to Miami and find real terrorists over there. Which Cuba is coming from a different country. I just have a vision that it'll become part of America one day, and those things don't happen anymore. But I have a vision that it'll become part of America. And we can't trust smart TV anymore. We don't have cable TV, which is from the wall, and I try to connect it. It's connected to our house, the television, the cable, but behind the smart TVs, they don't have connection. The white cable that you screw to the TV, those smart TVs don't have it anymore. So I'm saying you could calm down. I'm leaving. It's like I'm leaving, but then they're erasing my mind right now. But it's friendship with Justin. It's something about that, and they're erasing my mind. They're clearly erasing my mind because I can remember it later. It's they hang out with someone. It'd be good, but what they haven't accepted of me is the person that I want to hang out with. I don't care. It's like I care how rich you are, yes. It'd be good to hang out with you, yes. For example, that brown guy that came in the hospital and said he wanted me to stand behind him. You want me to hang out with you, and you're paying me to hang out with you. I mean, I thought just saying now, if it would be that. I'm saying that, why would I stand behind you as if I was your security? It's like, that's not what I am. That's not what I'm trying to become. I get paid to relax, to hang out with you, because I'm not a slave, because I'm not going to go into that career, and I can do it good. It's like this, security does a good job because they're getting paid. They were trained to do it. They don't want to do it, but they're set up to do it. They can do it right. But I'm saying, getting paid to hang out with someone. I went to see this person too. When I was on Grindr, which has to come out. When I was on Grindr, I chose the person that I was going to be with. Everything was safe. And now they have illegal voices saying safe. They just say safe, 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 safe. They do that to mess with you. But, it's not in my meat to know your works. I'm born Hispanic. I have that voice in me. But if you don't know it, I don't understand you. We don't understand each other. And that's what they don't have in their little club. But what I don't like, this is why I try to remember that I didn't even try to remember. I know that I remember. It's that they're raising my mind right now. It's that you're not ready. It's like, for example, I see an episode of Caso Cerrado case closed. That's where the girl loses her house burns, and she goes to a prostitute. She goes to a place where she wants to be a prostitute and sell her virginity. The guy gave her money because it's like, I don't understand. I don't understand this. The guy that was gonna sleep with her and take her virginity, I'm sure she's still a virgin, but I'm saying that the guy that wanted to sleep with her and take her virginity regretted it and wrote her a check of $250,000, and it was supposed to be $300,000. He gave her $250,000 because he didn't sleep with her. And I'm saying that how did he? It's like you as a person, as Justin number one that wants to hang out with me. You as a person came to the hospital to meet me and know that I'm the person you want to hang out with. Yes. There's that drive. Like, I don't feel like you that I want. It's like, I don't know. And we're confused about who we want to hang out with, what we want to hang out with. And then there's time that makes you look normal and appropriate for these people. And that's all someone could give you. But if you got yourself in a business where you don't want to hang out with the person, then it doesn't work. And then there's celebrities marrying people like me. And there's Ricky Martin. I don't know where he met his boyfriend, his husband, but it seems like it worked. And of course, just number one was perfect because we didn't speak of babies and nothing of that. Just a friend. Justin Chapman is the name. I always call him Justin Chapman. I don't know what happened that they made me call him Justin number one. I'm saying that they don't know that I'm giving myself to them, so please give me what I want. He seemed like an abuser when he looked at me in the face. Just something that I think I could handle when I'm there, and something they don't, they don't care, the people in charge. I'm just saying that becoming somebody's friend and getting paid for it, I want to choose my friend, since you're putting it in a place where you get to choose your friends. Because then there's that guy that choked Deborah in the hospital. I'm saying you're dangerous. I leave the country with you. I don't know how it's going to be. How much trouble would you get me into? Then there's Justin number one. Like, I literally, for Justin Chapman, I would wait outside of the hospital if he gets involved in some situation. I'm not going to speak. I'm not going to say anything. You just got sent somewhere. I'm going to wait for you and get you out of that situation. You can count on that. But I hope you're not crazy. But you are. He's like the brown guy he was very dark, maroon dark. He was at the hospital, and I'm just thinking, hang out with this guy? I don't know. It's like he was fat. Are you trying to lose weight? It's like me and Justin are doing something. We're doing something, and we're being tortured. And that's what I'm saying. You can relax, rednecks. I'm leaving your country. But Florida is a country full of terrorism, and none of this happened to me when I was in Nevada, in Henderson, Nevada, Las Vegas. And then if it's spirits, I'd like to be in that house where I live and see how it'd be. But no, this isn't some silly thing where the medium is traveling to house to find out stuff. No. I'm saying that you paying somebody to hang out with you is possible. And then there's me, and he said he's only at the hospital because he wants a friend. He said that. I'm like, wait, everything's coordinating. He said it. It's him. Where it breaks off is it's the tools that humans have. A phone. He gives me his phone number. No, he was supposed to take me out there right away, and I